There is something timeless about a river. It does not hurry, yet it never stops. It flows with patience, carving its way through stone, whispering stories not in words, but in movement. The river's flow is constant, though it never returns to where it began. And just like the river, we too are carried by the current of time, moving ever forward, shaped by forces we cannot always control. The river does not turn back, and neither should we. There is wisdom in its unyielding course. It does not retrace its path or ask to begin again, because the river knows, life is meant to be lived forward. In its relentless motion, it shows us that the past is something we can learn from, but we must not dwell there. Instead, we must look to the horizon, where new waters await, and the journey continues. The river, in its silence, teaches us that life is not about perfection. It is not about forcing our way through obstacles or resisting the flow of time. It is about grace. The river never fights the rocks in its path. It moves with them, around them, over them, finding a way without breaking. In this, the river shows us a quiet strength, one that is not loud or brash, but resilient, graceful, and always flowing forward. Look at the river as it glides over the stones, not rushing, but moving with purpose. Each bend in the river is a turn in the journey, each rock a lesson. The water flows not in spite of the rocks, but because of them. Without the rocks, there would be no river. Without the obstacles in our lives, we would not learn the true meaning of patience. In its softness, the river teaches us that strength does not always come from force. We are told to push, to strive, to act decisively. But the river shows us another way. It flows not with brute force, but with gentle persistence. It shapes the land, slowly and quietly, carving canyons over millennia. So, too, do we shape our lives, not in loud, dramatic moments, but in the small, persistent choices we make each day. The river never complains about the journey it takes. It does not mourn the rocks it encounters, nor the land it passes through. It simply moves forward, embracing each moment, each obstacle, and each bend in the road. We, too, can learn from this. Too often, we resist the very things that shape us. We fight against the flow, when in reality, we should be allowing it to move us, knowing that it will take us exactly where we need to be. Have you ever sat beside a river long enough to hear it speak? Not with words, but with a wisdom that flows into your soul. The river reminds us that time does not wait for us to be ready. It moves, and we move with it. But unlike us, the river does not rush. It takes its time, carving its path in its own way, at its own pace. It teaches us that there is no need to hurry. Our lives, too, will unfold in their own time. All we must do is keep moving. Like the river, we are always moving forward. We are constantly flowing, even when we don't see the progress. Even when we feel stagnant, the current of life is always shifting us. We may not see the changes right away, but just as the river carves canyons over time, so too do our small, daily choices shape our future. In moments of doubt, remember the river. Its patience is a reminder that nothing is wasted. Every drop counts. Every moment matters. The river teaches us to let go. It carries what it needs, and releases what it does not. We, too, must learn to let go of what no longer serves us. The past, our regrets, our doubts, they are like the branches that fall into the river, carried away to be replaced by something new. The river does not cling to anything, it simply moves forward. And in doing so, it makes room for what is to come. The river does not seek approval, nor does it ask for acknowledgement. It simply does what it is meant to do. It flows, it shapes, and it teaches. In the same way, we are not here to impress others or to follow someone else's path. We are here to be ourselves, to flow with life, to make our own way, just as the river does. We can trust that, in doing so, we will find our purpose. Because the river never turns back. But it still teaches us everything. This is Naturaith, where wisdom lives in nature. And today, it flowed with the river.